Ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished presenter, architect Priyanka Kumar, has worked for central government schemes such as Smart City Mission, Swachh Bharat Mission, Amrut, and Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. She has experience related to urban planning and public administration and involved in various projects of urban regional planning, infrastructure planning, monitoring and evaluation, reforms, and urban governance. She has conducted numerous capacity building programs and research studies related to various urban schemes and policies. Currently, she is also researching in areas related to transportation planning and urban mobility. She is definitely an embodiment of today's empowered women who is determined to bring about a change in the mindset of the patriarchal setup with the work ethics and professionalism. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am, and over to you for your presentation.
Hello everyone. Here I'm going to talk about the non-motorized transportation. What should be the good practices in planning for NMT modes for transport in cities? As we know nowadays, we are facing so much issues in the terms of pollution, in terms of global warming, in terms of climate change, and yes, of course, the COVID-19 as a very pandemic. Non-motorized transportation that leads to a good health and a good mindset. First of all, I just would like to have some highlight on some of the very good best practices of Denmark, where the bicycle has become embedded in that Danish society. 1.2 million inhabitants are there in Denmark who are using these bicycles, and it is not the matter of today itself. They are using the bicycle since 19th of the century, and it was a turning point in 1970 that it was an oil crisis there in the Danish society, Denmark. So they come to a providing affordable transport to all redirect their transport policy to one where bicycle would have a predominant role comprehensive urban development plans. So as it was a turning point for Denmark in 1970, we can say we as a world entire we have a turning point of 2020, where we introduced COVID-19 coronavirus in Wuhan, China. So it is a turning point for the entire world. And we can again think these type of policy options and measures which was then adopted in Denmark. For example, they have an urban development plan of a five-finger plan where a cycle track network, part of their national bicycle route network, they entirely divide the city into two major things, urban and green, the city center and the green wedges. So this was the health impacts of cycling that time, health benefits, impact on a society, impact on individual cyclists, total health impact was there very good. So it is a data from 2010. It's not too late or too early, we can say. Okay. We can take this thing forward in Indian cities also. If we talk about the Indian scenario, being an Indian, we should take it like this. So there are some good concepts which are adopted in India itself. For example, the very good best practices of Sanji Cycle Karnal. It is a municipal corporation Karnal in Haryana itself in India. A public bicycle sharing system is launched in a very small cities to exhibit how cities should incorporate sustainable transport system with minimal investment and it to increase the accessibility without depending on the transport modes which are totally motorized. And it is a very good example of public private partnership, and the system is affordable, which is taking only rupees 10. And we are also using the artificial intelligence in this semi-automated GPS with a smart card and keys adopted in this. And entire it is not only about a city, it is about the entire region. The various municipalities which are around the municipal corporation Karnal is totally dependent on this. All the 18 locations were identified, and a pilot project of 5 kilometer street improvement plan for treatments of all is also incorporated with it. So we can say how various schemes can be incorporated in one thing. 61% is successful is here. Public is using it for commute to work from Karnal to Indri, from Karnal to Gharonda, from Karnal to Asan, like this. And it is a very good concept. We can say the project has been selected for a special award as a commendable initiative. by Urban Mobility India 2016. So these type of practices, these type of practices suggest us to take forward these things in a small municipalities, and we can do it to the entire large municipal corporation. Fazika Punjab is also have a good concept of eco cabs. For example, we would like to opt a cab service, we would like to opt a shared mobility, and we would like to go from one place to another place, but we are not interested to go while using the Ola or cab which are motorized. So why not these type of rickshaws can be used as a eco cab. So it's a very small Indian border town which had that time population of 1 lakh. So there is a dial a rickshaw scheme. You just dial and a rickshaw will come to your stop. It is based on a call center system. And at the inception stage, it was June 2008. 500 rickshaw pullers were there, and it was 9 call centers. It was 5 call centers, and now 2011 data says it has 9 call centers. And it also helped to generate the revenues. We can say how the total revenue has reached within a year has increased. Expenditure is less, like 10,000 to 20,000 person is getting a rickshaw, and revenue is getting good. So rickshaw pullers are also known as attraction man with the mobile phones. They have a mobile phone. You can see over here how the uniform is given to the rickshaw pullers, and this is all a privatized thing. Again, a very good role of public private partnership. A good concept of IIT Guwahati student launched a very good rickshaw which can be taken by the person on a loan basis, and it is very cheap itself. Pullers often go their whole life without ever owning a rickshaw, unable to save enough money for essential things, medicines, housing, school for the children. So this is a costing of rupees 7,000 a basic rickshaw and 12,000 for an advanced version. So these type of good initiatives help us to promote, to ensure sustainability, to promote a scalability of that particular program. So it is a rickshaw wala bank project started by the IIT Guwahati. And rupees 500 day compared with a merge, if a person is earning 500 rupees in a day, and he also have to repay its loan itself to only rupees 50 per day is going for a repayment. So 450 rupees he is earning like this. So as of December 2012, there were 5,000 these type of Daifa running in Assam. And now we can take the example of Uttar Pradesh. More than 12,000 to 14,000 Lucknow, Varanasi and Allahabad, these type of rickshaws are running. Visakhapatnam has a good non-motorized city specific plan. It is a thing where we are talking about the governance. Like they put a day in which on Monday every staff is coming to our office with using a particular mode of non-motorized transportation. Okay, sorry. So here it is also the red color says a entire city has a dedicated cycle track. So these are the sections in the plan. And Nanded city, a city which have a zero solid waste, zero waste over there. It is also good in a terms of roads are for people, roads are not for the vehicles. So they also come up with dedicated lanes, dedicated non-motorized lanes and footpaths. Lucknow is also, we have a cycle tracks, we have a pedestrian pathways and foot over bridges and skywalks. So this is a very beautiful view of the Lucknow. Pune cycle plan is also a good initiative in India. A cycle plan for Pune, approximately 500 cars and two-wheelers are registered every day in Pune, and it's a data of 2012. So we can assume now it must reach the digit of 1,000 instead of 500 cars. So they have good, they use the green color very appropriately, segregated the cycle train and mark it a painted cycle lane in a collector roads. And on a tree, on a side of the tree, they are giving a street cycle parking, because when you are using a cycle, when you are giving a particular pathway for the cycle, then it is also a duty to provide a where to park that cycle. So they are giving a dedicated street cycle parking area, and signal and waiting spaces for cyclists also marked as a green. A good initiative by them, and they are also using the same public bicycle sharing system which is used in the Karnal Municipal Corporation, also in a Pune on a large scale. For example, they have a dedicated stops. For example, one cycle stop is given nearby BRT, one is given nearby restaurant, one is given nearby school, metro, railway station. So you take a cycle nearby bus stop of your home, and you take that cycle and you park that cycle up to the metro station, and you use that particular metro. And when you reach to your destination, you leave the metro, and again there is a nearby cycle stop nearby that particular metro. Opt from that particular stop, from public bicycle sharing stop, and you can go where you want to go, market, the restaurant, and again there is a stop. So various parking stops are there, you can use this. Dwarka cycle share project nearby Delhi is also good. Bicycle station, sign in, check out, ride, check in, as we do it in a metro. 180 स्टेशन एंड 2500 2500 बाईसाइकिल जो द्वारका में एस्टेब्लिश किया गया है, एंड नंबर ऑफ पब्लिक बाईसाइकिल स्टेशन इज 180. एवरेज नंबर ऑफ बाईसाइकिल पर स्टेशन इट इज 14. So, and also when we are talking about these type of things, we are also supposed to provide the infrastructure such as lighting, plantation, non-motorized vehicle particular lanes, bi-directional cycle track on both the sides. So this is the proposed phase 1 of the retrofitting of roads and junction of Dwarka. See how beautiful it has done, and integration with BRTS and metro. So this is the proposed view of bicycle stop nearby a metro, and this is the photograph how other countries are moving towards the non-motorized thing. They are giving test walking lanes or phone lanes if someone is using text and doing phone while walking, so he or she should opt for this only. So this type of things are given, like Washington DC, Belgium, Europe, and China adopting these things. Public bicycle parking in a private compound, public cycle parking, state cycle parking in China. A very good concept of Aapki Sadak developing countries, because it is a good initiative in Delhi and Gurgaon, because in a developing countries, first you are supposed to tell what's the need of this thing. Convince the people to use the bicycle instead of using the motorized one. So these type of initiatives are good, like Aapki Sadak, Rahagiri Day. So this is the need of the hour. There are the National Urban Transport Policy for India published by the Ministry of Urban Development. Now it's MAHUA. What should be the safety concerns? There should be a segregated non-motorized vehicle paths. It is essential that NMT facilities be designed and constructed by consulting experts in communities. There should be a proper footpath such as street vendors. Location for street vendors should be there. There should be sidewalk, crosswalk paths, bike lanes, and if we are going to it should increase the road and path connectivity. There should be sport improvement programs such as Rahagiri Day, and if we talk about the urban design, there should be a street furniture, streetscape improvement, design roadways, safety education law. There should be signages. 3 type of signages should be there: bicycle parking, and there should be community toilet. There should be drinking water available there. There should be the benches under the trees. It should be a multimodal access guide. Eyes on the street, when we talk, it should be removing setbacks, boundary wall, and it will when there will be no setback, no boundary wall, it will discourage. This should attract. Street should be designed like this that it will attract the public, yes, to walk. So every 10-minute walk for every home in the city, there should be hawking zones. Trees are an essential component of all streets. It should provide dustbin, post boxes, signages, and other public amenities at the street corners for high usability, and provide accessible public toilets of every 500 to 800 meter. And if not, at least 1 kilometer distance, there should be a public toilet. So these are some pedestrian design guidelines of 2009. When we talk about the non-motorized transportation, it is essential for us to manage these type of, to manage the street design according to the guidelines. So, thank you.